Good morning, girls. In the previous session of Java J2EE, we started JSP and we cleared the meaning of JSP. Let us see the brief of JSP one more time. JSP stands for Java Server Page. It provides a simplified and fast means to generate a dynamic web page content. It allows us to mix static HTML code with dynamically generated HTML in the way that we can separate the business logic and the presentation logic, right? We had gone through the advantages of JSP. Once again, they are listed here. Number one is separation of static and dynamic content. JSP enables the separation of static content from dynamic content. The dynamic content are generated via programming logic, and for that you can use Java code and insert into the static template. This greatly simplifies the creation and maintenance of web contents. The second advantage of using JSP is to reuse of components and tag libraries. The dynamic content can be provided by reusable components such as Java Beans and Enterprise Java Beans, as well as through the tag library. We do not have to reinvent the same thing again and again. The third main important advantage, we can say that Java's power and portability we can get in JSP, right? So these are the advantage. Then we had gone through the cycle of JSP. It consists of 7 steps. You can see the list of all the steps on the screen. Let us go through the steps one more time. Number one is translation of JSP code to its equal servlet code through the web container. Second is compilation of servlet to bytecode. Number 3 is loading a servlet class. Number 4 is creating servlet instance. In the 5th step, initialization by calling JSP init method. 6th step is request processing by calling JSP service method, and at the end, to destroy all the elements by calling JSP destroy method. We have to just write the JSP code, then all the steps are done by the web container itself. This is a duty of web container to do all these steps, right, and execute our web page. Now today we are going to learn how to create a JSP page, right? Before we start, let us see. JSP are internally compiled into Java servlet. That is to say, anything that can be done using JSP can also be accomplished using Java servlets, right? In yesterday's session, we learned how the JSP code converted into its equal servlet by the web container. So whatever you can do through JSP, that also you can do through Java servlets. However, it is important to note that servlet and JSP are complementary technologies, not a replacement of each other, right? Servlet can be viewed as HTML inside Java. We can write the HTML code inside the Java code, which is better for implementing a business logic, right? And JSP, on the other hand, is Java inside HTML. Means you can write your Java code inside the HTML code, which is superior for creating presentation. Okay, in a typical application, servlets are often used for the controller, which involves complex programming logic, whereas JSP are often used for the view, which mainly deals with the presentation part of your page, right? So let us start with the elements we can use in JSP. Scripting element, we will cover this topic first. Jsp scripting elements are written inside the symbols shown here, this text, right? Whatever you want to do, whatever Java code you want to do in your HTML code, that you can enclose in this text, right? This code inside the tags are processed by the Jsp engine during translation of Jsp page to servlet page. Whenever you compile your page, what happen? Whatever you write inside this tags will be converted into its equal Java code through the Jsp engine, right? Any other text in the Jsp page is considered as HTML code or a plain text. If you write something outside this code, that will be considered as HTML code or a plain text. Here you can see the example that we have already seen in the previous session, right? The same code is given. I am skipping this code. Now there are 5 different types of scripting elements available in Jsp. You can see the columns here. First row is showing the title scripting element and its example. The first scripting element is comment. For that you can use these symbols, right? Whatever you write in between this tag will be considered as a comment. Then directive tag, whatever you write in this symbol will be treated as a directive. What is directive? Right now we don't know about this term. In the later sessions we will cover this topic, right? You just see this scriptlets available in Jsp. This is declaration tag. Okay, for the declaration purpose we use this tags in Jsp code. Then scriptlets, here you can see, and expression. For expression we can use this tags. Let us begin with the first scriptlet, Jsp Comment. Jsp Comment is used when you are creating a Jsp page and want to put in comments. Something you want to put in comments about what you are doing. That code you can enclose in this tags. Jsp comments are only seen in the page, Jsp page. These comments are not included in servlet source code. Whenever you translate your Jsp page to servlet, this will not be included in servlet source code during the translation phase, nor they appear in the HTTP response. Means that content will not be shown on your web page. You can see the syntax of Jsp comment. It is shown here. See this the selected tag, this side for starting our comment, use this tag, and end of comment you can specify with the symbols, right? In between whatever you write will be considered as your Jsp comment. So let us see the example how we can insert a comment in Jsp page. But before we start with this example, we have to learn how you can create your Jsp example, right? For that we will use the same editor as we have till now we have used. Okay, let me close the unnecessary windows first. Here you can see the shortcut of NetBeans IDE. Okay, this is our first screen. Now go to file menu. This is very simple. Click on new project. Now here we will select the Java web, and in the project window we will select web application. Click on next button. Here this will ask for the name of your project and location for your project, where you want to store and through which name you want to store your application. I want to give a name Jsp EX1. Okay, the name of my project is Jsp EX, and my location is F drive. Inside it J2EE folder. Here I want to create my folder. Okay, now click on next. Here this will ask for the server, but will not change the server type. Okay, Glassfish server 3 is its default server type, so keep as it is, right? Then click on next, next, and finish. Okay, this will open a new page. You can see the name of this page, index.jsp, right? This is our newly created page. By default it will create it itself. The name of this Jsp page is index.jsp, right? You can see the default content already available when you create your Jsp page. You can remove this comment portion. Even you can remove all this content if not required, right? So this is our plain code. Here you can see the extension. Jsp is a default extension of this file. As you know that index, the file with name index will always execute first whenever you start your website. Execution of your website, it starts with the index page, whether it is index.html, whether it is index.jsp. So here we got the index.jsp. Now let us explore the project folder which we have recently created, right? Here you can see Jsp ex is created by us and it is showing in the project window, and here you have index.jsp which we got by default, right? It is created automatically and it is under the directory web pages. You can even create your own Jsp page by right clicking on web pages folder, click on new and Jsp. As we have done in our previous unit servlet, we created lots of HTML pages through this path, right? Here you can select your HTML page also, but now we want to deal with the Jsp page, so will not choose HTML. Instead of that you can go with Jsp. Okay, here you can see in the list Jsp. So here the structure is, which is very similar to our servlet structure. Okay, will not create any servlet inside the source package. This we will keep empty. Fine. Now let us do some changes in index.jsp. Here I don't want a meta tag, remove this tag. This become my Jsp page, but this is purely, you can see that HTML page, right? Here you can see the HTML code, not a single code of Jsp. So you can insert your own Jsp code in this HTML page. As you know that Jsp is a combination of HTML and your Java code, and whatever Java code you want to include in your Jsp page, that you can include with the help of special tags which is called scriptlets. So our first scriptlet is Jsp Comment. Here above the h1 tag I am giving Jsp Comment, right? This line will be treated as a comment line. When you execute your web page, this line will not be shown on your page. Let us try this. Now how to execute this page? For that, right click on your editor window and run your file. Here you can see the Glassfish server is started and the program is running and deploying Jsp. Index.jsp is run now. You can see the output on the screen. As I told you that the comment line will not be shown whenever you execute your index.jsp or any JSP page. Let us do some modification in this page, right? This is our example 1. HTML tag begin, head tag begin, title tag begin, head over, and body tag started. Here hello world message is shown. This is our default code, so no need to do any changes, right? This is our default code. I have removed all unnecessary coding from the default page index.jsp, right? Now I want to display our current date and time. For that, you know that we use a util package in Java, right? As we have already learned util package in our previous semester, java.util.date, this will produce a current system date. Okay, so how to write this code in our JSP page? This is a label, and here you can see the comment line. This is a label. See, here I started a scriptlet tag for comment and ended the scriptlet tag for comment. So Java code is over. After that, again you can find HTML code, right? Label I want to place. Now how you can insert a date in this JSP page? For that we will use another tag. As you can see here, I have used the symbols, then percentage sign, and after that equals to sign. Okay, so this tag is begin. Now whatever you want to write, you can enclose your Java code in between this scriptlet tag, right? End of tag, here you can see percentage sign and greater than symbol. New java.util.date to string, util dot date dot will convert this into string data type, right? To string. Okay, so here you can see I enclose the Java code between these scriptlets. Okay, now let us execute this code. See the output. Hello world message is printed, as here you can see, right? Then the file name is index.jsp. Okay, then next comment line. As I told you that comment line is just telling you that what you want to do over here, what you have done in your this file. Okay, but it will not be shown on your browser. Here it is. Okay, next is date and time is a label, date and time, and this code is shown here. New Java util date, the date is printed with the help of util package and date function. So here the usage of comment, right? We have gone through the example, and now we come to know that how to insert a comment in our Jsp page. Let us move to the second scriptlet. Scriptlet tag allows you to write a Java code inside Jsp page. Here you can see the syntax. This is a symbol we can use for scriptlet tags, less than and percentage sign. Then your Java code will go here. For ending your Java code, in reverse we will do the same symbol, percentage and greater than sign. Okay, second example of scriptlet tag. Here we will consider our the previous example of count. See, here what I want to do is I want to create one variable of type integer, and I want to initialize this variable. Now go to NetBeans and create one more page. For that, right click on web pages, click on new and JSP. Here provide the name for your file. This is our second example, so I am giving ex2. Click on finish. Now remove unnecessary code. As you can see, by default we got this comment. See, okay, observe this line. We don't want this. Even you can remove all this content, as it is not required for our programming, right? This also you can remove. Now you can change the title as well as whatever written between this body tag. Here I want to give a title, my first Jsp page. Change it, my first Jsp page. Inside the body tag, I want to initialize one variable. For that we will take the help of scriptlets. End of scriptlets. Integer variable count, will initialize this variable with 0. To make the code clear, you can leave the space in between. Now inside the body tag, I want to print a label. Okay, this is our label. Now again I want to insert a Java code. For that we'll take scriptlet tag begin and scriptlet tag over. In between you can put your Java code. wherever you want to insert your Java code, always enclose your Java code in between scriptlets. Out.println into bracket, specify the name of variable. Okay, then at the end we will put semicolon. See, here I want to print a value of variable, and before that I want to print a label page count, right? This is my label, and then I want to put the value of count variable. So count is defined over here, as you can see on line number 10 and 11. This is our Java code, so we cannot directly place the count variable outside the scriptlet. For that I have used the scriptlet tags, right? So here you can observe that the code of HTML and Java both are together. Save your page and run your file by right clicking on this editor window. You can even press Shift F6. Here the page count equals to 0. We got the value of count variable. Let me change it. One more time, run your file. Page count is 10. You can see the title, my first page, my first JSP page, right? Close it. The another way to execute your file is go to project window, right click on JSP example project folder and run. This will run your index page first. Okay, here you can see the index page. Now you can write the name of your JSP page over here, ex_2. This is another way to run your JSP page. I repeat the process. See, go to project folder, right click on web pages, click on new and select the JSP. Give an appropriate name to your JSP page. For example, here I am giving ex2. As you can see the warning, the file ext2.jsp already exists, right? The page with the same name is already exist. So here we will change the name, example3, and click on finish. Here you will get a default code. You can remove unnecessary code and you can put your own code and do the coding whatever you want, right? Out.println into bracket I will write hello world. Right click, run file. See here we got the output hello world, and here in the address bar you can see that example3.jsp file is running, right? And this is written by us. Change some content, run it one more time. This will open one more window in your browser. As you can see, it is loading and we got the output. This is our previous output, this is our current output. Okay, now switch back to our document. So today what we have learned is how to place a comment in our Jsp page, right? For that you can use this text, and the second is scriptlet tag. Scriptlet tag is like this. You can use the symbol for starting and ending. Okay, and whatever Java code you want to place in HTML, place your code in between these tags. In the third example, we will learn how to apply a scriptlet tag, and here we are going to use two files, index and welcome, that we will learn in the next session. So keep on doing all these examples with me. So if you have a doubt, you can ask me immediately. Meet you soon. Meet you in the next session. Thank you.